Good evening and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another episode of Golden Lap. We're here for season 3, race number 3. We're going to Brazil, but before we get into it, I just wanted to say a quick thank you to everyone checking out the Golden Lap videos. You know, the Golden Lap videos seem to be doing quite well on the channel, seem to be kind of hitting that algorithm, I suppose. I don't know. I don't pretend to know how the YouTube algorithm really works. All I know is it suggests videos for people, and if they like them, they'll watch them. I guess it kind of, it reads your history, reads what you like to watch, and tries to suggest new stuff. Hopefully I am the new stuff. If you are sticking around, thank you. If anyone's left a comment, you leave a comment, leave a like. I appreciate it. I really do. And we're up to 667 subs right now, which is awesome, which is really good stuff. So we're going to keep going. Today we're in Brazil for this race. And, well, last time out we did get a double points finish, which was very good. Very useful. But we do need to try and go even further than that. This season, we've kind of accepted, if you've been reading the comments or whatever, we've kind of accepted that we are going to more or less be fighting for that 5th place. That's where we are. That's where things are going to be. Which just means, that's what we're going for. We're going to try and push up. If we check the stand-ins real quick, we're going to try and push up and get into kind of 4th or 5th, but it's going to require a lot of, well, finishing in better positions and stuff like that. Last time out we did have a very good qualifying session, and we've got $9 on the money, which is pretty good. I think it probably is a good idea to try and keep upgrading parts just in general over the course of the season. So anything that kind of drops below that 70, we'll go for it. That's what I'm saying. If it drops below that 70% on the reliability, and just over time, this will increase the performance of our cars. For example, these cars are almost exactly the same right now. So Von Heim and Pratama, who are our drivers, of course. Von Heim is the second best driver, technically, but they're so close that I think they should be able to compete at a good level next to each other, basically. Basically next to each other. That's what I'm hoping for. Okay, we've got a bit of water to be dealing with in this here session. Okay. Is it inters or is it wet? It looks like it's inters for a little bit, so let's do that. Go out they go. They go, trying to get a bit of space. Not a lot, but a little bit of space. Let's go to ×2 speed for a second. Yeah, we have made a bit of an error there with Von Heim right behind Bauer. But Pratama's got a bit of space. So how will they use it? That's the question. Flying laps have begun. Oh, okay, so Von Heim's actually in a better, I don't know, mood, feeling about the lap than Pratama. Okay, Moretti's gone purple. That's not a surprise. But for a second there, Von Heim did go purple. Okay, that's fine. That's not a bad start. I'll take that. Especially considering if we can get one more lap in on the inters, that's good. But everything from now, the track is only going to get wetter. So we've got to try and tune as quick as possible and then get out there. So let's go with... Yep, that's okay. A risky one. Dang it. It's right on the edge. Dang, that was a good set. It's right on the edge of inters and wets. So I don't know if sending these cars out now is going to give them a good lap or not. They might just only be able to put in white sectors, in which case I don't think anyone else is going to improve on their lap time, and we're going to be racing 5th and 7th. But it just depends. I mean, everyone else is on inters, and they are on out laps, but they're clearly thinking they can get laps in as well. Let's see how it goes. White sector, there we go. It's just gotten wetter, and it's going to be, I'd be surprised if we see any green sectors out here. Oh, there's it. Oh, no, okay, look, there are some. That's quite annoying then. That's quite annoying because that shows that there could have been some pace out there. But by the time we get back in and we do a tune-up and then we go to the next lap, oof, Augustson's crashed. Okay, red flag, it's not in a race. Red flag, can we repair now? Because that was always what we were thinking about. No, we can't repair now. It doesn't look like we can. Okay, it's just tuning. That's fine. Okay, let's get that red flag finished. Got 3 minutes or so on that. Not long at all. And go, go, go. Dang, everyone had the same idea. Everyone's like, we're going to have to go. They want wets straight away, so I may as well call them in for that. No, actually don't, because I want them to do the lap anyway. Just because it looks like the people who are on the wets, 4, 2, and 9, yeah, they're able to put in a lap. Everyone else is kind of crawling along on inters, which isn't going to do any favors. But let's see if we do get any. No, white. Oh, there's a green. What the heck? How are you putting in a green sector on wet tires? I'm not sure I understand. That's got to be some kind of racing, some kind of driving to be able to do that. And now we are really wasting time on these inters. Genuinely would have been faster to bring them in. Everyone is putting in absolutely tank lap times. Oh, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's okay. It is what it is. I mean, we are really crawling. At least those other guys are kind of going along at a decent pace. We are crawling. And the wet tires are flying. Genuinely, I think they've gone out and done a whole nother lap. While all of us have just been sat here. And there's just, I think, no way we are going to get anywhere near a golden tune. Because, okay, there's a golden on the engine for Von Heim. But I don't know, surely there can't be any red sectors to be found. I can't imagine there is going to be. Sorry, did I say red sector? I mean green sectors. Because track's just gotten wetter and wetter and wetter. Like, how are you possibly... Okay, I didn't even send Von Heim out. I mean, I did read the comment about me not sending cars out as well. Now I've sent them out together. I mean, look, that's actually not the worst idea. But yeah, white sectors. Is it going to be everywhere? Is someone going to be able to throw in a green sector? It doesn't look like it. So it's going to be 8th and 9th. By the looks of things, Levi Mack is down there in 12th, but who wants to bet that Levi Mack is able to absolutely roam the field and just make an incredible run up the positions and get into the top 3? It does seem to happen. The Moretti's a driver. The Ezzolinis, they know what's up. They have got some speed on them. We know that. Okay, yeah, look at that. It's all cars of the teams that we are chasing above us. So it's going to have to be... Going to be straight onto the wets, I'm going to say. Because it's going to... Yeah, okay, everyone else agrees as well. Okay, let's see how our start goes by zooming in on Pratama. Get this over here and then zoom in. Okay, Pratama's actually flown up to third somehow, which is incredible. I'm here for it. We've only got Moretti and Ryan in front. That was a dang good first lap. Von Heim, yeah, not so good. Let's try and make up some positions, please, bud. Down in 11th. But Pratama, yo, up into third. Okay, Von Heim is up into 8th. That's good. Pratama's trying to do his best to kind of just keep going around at a good pace here. We might lose 4th at some point because, of course, the Lebrons, the Chapmans, of course, the Ezzolinis, they've got more speed than us. That's just the way it is. Let's see if we can hold off 4th for a little bit and potentially even get... So, oh! Wait. Yellow flags. Pellegrini's DNF'd. I don't think we gain anything. To be honest, I don't think we gain anything by pitting early. It's not been long enough to justify it. It's not really been long enough to make it any kind of plan. Okay, let's go out of there. And the yellow flag still has a minute and a half left. We'll slow it down now. And again, I'll tell him to push. Von Heim's up into 7th. Was Pellegrini above? I don't think it would have been, but see if there's... See if Pellegrini... Sorry, if Von Heim can get Holgersen, maybe. Very close. Is that going to be 6th? No, not quite. Go on, Von Heim. We're looking over... There it is! There it is. Okay. Going to calm it down. And I'm also going to take on board the fact that there was a comment saying that I'm pitting too early because there are other racing games where the drop-off in tyre durability, you know, like kind of race pace, performance, I'm kind of playing this game to those standards when I shouldn't be. So I'm gonna just wait and copy whatever Moretti does. Maybe that's the plan. Because we know our car isn't as quick as the others. So why not just copy strategy? You know, Moretti is far enough ahead that we will be able to just see what they're doing ahead of time. Okay, so anytime Moretti comes close to this pit lane entry here, that's when I'm like, oh, what are they doing? Okay, they're not going in. Fine. We're already at lap 8. Looking good. Calm it down over here. Moretti does not look like pitting anytime soon. I'm not going to lie, and I can't really blame him. Holgersen has taken 4th off of us. Von Heim is looking good in 7th. Okay. I think now is definitely the chance. We'll take a pit. We go onto the wets. We don't need to do any repairs. We're okay on that. And we will lose less time under the yellow flags. And it looks like everyone except Moretti thinks the same. There is a bit of a double stack, but actually we had just enough time that it wasn't actually a problem. Levi Mack has also stayed out. You can see that. The Pratama is now in net 5th, you might want to say, because Levi Mack is going to have to stop. That's unfortunate for Steiner. Has a problem, needs to be fixed. Let's get through this yellow flag period, knowing that our tyres are looking good right now. Then see what happens when the green flag goes and we go again. There we go. Okay, 30 seconds left on that yellow flag. We are in 6th, and we are looking for probably a better finish here today. Pratama, I want to see if you can cut that gap. It's currently 3.2, 3.5. Let's see if we can get it down. Von Heim getting overtaken. Yeah, that's not ideal, but we'll keep going. Another DNF. That is looking rough for some of the other teams in this race. Yeah, Pratama has managed to catch up to Holgersen. You can see that gap is way down now. Von Heim got a pretty chunky gap. So I'm going to save Von Heim. I'm not going to tell him to go start pushing or anything like that. Okay, we've got Levi Mack behind him now, and then Campbell's behind that. Oh, it's going to be interesting. Because more or less, I can kind of gamble and say Von Heim is going to finish 10th at the lowest. Okay, Pratama, let's see if you can get that position back off Hamilton. I want to see if you can. I want to see if you can make that overtake. Right on Hamilton's gearbox, not far away at all. 1.0, 1.1, 1.2. We're pushing, they're not, and we are not really making any ground, unfortunately. So that does kind of show us the quality of our car versus the cars around us. We are not as fast. That's just a reality. That's just a reality. So anyway, Von Heim, Campbell has lost a second on us, so that's 20 seconds there. 21. Pratama goes up a few positions because of pit stops. I don't think we need to pit stop just yet. I don't think that's a thing we need to do just yet. We've got a good amount of fuel, and we've got... Yeah, we're looking okay. It doesn't really look like the Ezzolinis are going to lap the entire field today, which they tend to do. Okay, depending on what happens here, there is a very slim, very slight chance of a podium. It's very slight. It's incredibly slight, but we'll go for it. Of course we will. We'll see what we can do. Okay, Mack has gone past Pratama. That's fine. That's almost expected. Give a little bit of a push for Pratama. Try and hold this 6th place over Hamilton, who is right behind us here. And again, Hamilton's already stopped, so it's not really who we're racing, but we could slow him down. We could slow him down a little bit. And potentially kind of stretch our tyres on this final stint coming up. I'm not sure if they will go to the end. Be a tough one to try and make that happen, I think. But Moretti is not stopped yet. And I'm not going to stop until Moretti does. Unless there's a yellow flag again, of course. I would say that my aims right now at this part of the Grand Prix are to get Pratama to finish in 6th. And Von Heim to maybe try and get 8th. I think that would be quite difficult. Moretti still not pitting. I think we are going to have to take the initiative here and pit a little bit earlier. Okay, we're going to pit this lap. It's going to be wets again, and they are going to go to the end. So let's get Pratama in pitting, and then Pratama will just go to the end, and we'll save up as much tyre and as much fuel as we can for the end of the race, when I think the other cars are going to make a 3rd pit stop, and we're going to stick with 2 and try and hold track position at the end of this race. That's the plan. Okay, and Von Heim will do the exact same thing. Probably will be able to double stack again. In fact, the gap has now increased, so we'll be fine. Let's go. Pratama in 9th. Okay. Campbell is now 22 seconds behind, so we are pretty safe from Campbell unless there's something real bad that happens. Fuel-wise, we can push the fuel a little bit. I think we'll be able to get to the end. Or potentially. I'm not quite sure. Maybe we need to hold off for a little bit longer. See what happens with Pratama. 0.03. Okay, Von Heim is fine. Von Heim is absolutely fine. Okay, Campbell's actually lost even more time on us here. That's fine. That's good. But I think cars ahead of us are going to have to stop. Okay, if we go now, we're still at 0.2, so not quite there yet to tell Pratama to go for it. Let's do a little bit, and let's go for it with Von Heim as well. Is there any point with Von Heim, actually? I'm not really sure. I still will. Still will. Just because if someone does crash out, if there is a chance to make positions and I haven't told him to push, and then we don't get those positions, that's my bad. That's on me. So I'm going to tell him to push anyway. And let's see what kind of positions we can get come the end of this race. At the moment, we're looking at a 9-10, but I think Pratama's maybe got opportunities. I think Pratama's got opportunities to make it up the leaderboard a little bit. There will be cars ahead of him who do stop. And that is exactly the problem. I even told him to calm it down there. I even told him to calm it down, and it was just a second too late. So Von Heim, we're going to lose a point there on Von Heim, which is frustrating. And down to 16th or 17th, he will finish. But Pratama is now all eggs in one basket. Let's see what Pratama can do. The prize Bauer and Mack didn't go for the pit stop there. That is a surprising one. I think 8th is ours. I don't think 7th is ours. I think 7th is a bridge too far. Okay, let's go. We could probably push to the end now. We can indeed, because we've saved up all of that from that yellow flag, unfortunately, from Marty Von Heim. That's a point lost, which is annoying. But we do know, 5th is minimum for us this season. Can we get Bauer? That's it. Can we get Bauer? What is the gap right now? It's at 2.5, 1.7, 1.4, 1.2. Let's zoom in and just follow Pratama. 4 laps to get these positions. Let's calm it down. 1.2. Oh, there we go. That's the position gained because, as expected, Bauer had to go into the pits. All right, we're going to push a little bit, just see what the gap turns into. It's not really going to change, I don't think. 20 seconds in 3 laps. I don't think that's going to happen. It's not going to happen. So, Pratama is going to finish in 8th, unless there's some other drama. And unfortunately, we're going to give up the point from Marty Von Heim. So, let's just zoom to the end of this race. Pratama with an 8th place finish. I was hoping for better. Of course I was. Not going to happen. And Pratama's got a 28-second gap to Maldonado in front. And a 30-second gap to Bauer behind. So we can just wrap this one up. And take some points. That's all it's going to be. It's just, it's what is it? 4 points, 3 points for the 8th place finish. It's not that bad. It's okay. We're still trying to upgrade the car and get this car to be a little bit more, competitive, a little bit better over time. Marty Von Heim is not having a great season, so, there is a chance we maybe swap drivers mid-season. That could be a thing we do. Yeah. We'll have a think about it. Leave a comment. Tell us what you think. Do we blame me for those Artie Von Heim mistakes? Or, do we think Artie Von Heim should be able to push a little bit more, push a little bit further, and get himself to the end of those races? I mean, look at that. Hemlock's Pellegrini is above Artie Von Heim on that. And that 5th place looks like it's ours, let's be honest. It's going to be 5th place. We've got some sponsor challenges, finishing the top 10 without you. We can do that. We can definitely do that. Okay, we've got $11 in the bank. And we've got... Pratama's car went for a lot more. Of course it did. because building a new part costs more. Actually, it doesn't cost that much more. But of course, the reliability will be significantly lower, and then we'll have to upgrade it anyway. Okay, I'm going to make a bit of a generalization, a bit of a sweeping statement here. This season, we are going to focus on upgrades, not building parts. We're going to focus on upgrades. So anything that drops below 70 or 60 odd gets an upgrade. There we go. Now, for a fact, we now know 100% Pratama's car is better than Artie von Heim's car. What I'm going to do is swap them around. The reason I'm doing that, the simple reason, is that Artie von Heim is a little bit of the slower driver, only a little bit. So I'm trying to level the playing field. Artie von Heim has got 2 races, one in Germany and then one in Great Britain. To do what? I'm going to say to score how many points? I'm going to say 5 points. I'm going to say 5 points because the reason for that is 8th place gives you 4, 9th place gives you 2, 10th place gives you 1. So what I'm looking for is at least an 8th place finish somewhere in one of these 2 races, and then a points finish next to that. If von Heim gets 10th and 10th, that's only 2 points. 9th and 9th, that's only 4 points. 9th and 10th, that's only 3 points. So an 8th place finish is required, and then a points finish is required in the other race. That is the demand. If von Heim cannot produce that, we will replace him. It's simple as. Unless I can't actually do that mid-season. Unless that's a thing you can't do mid-season. Because you can do it in real life. This is very interesting. You've actually got points and stuff like that. Pratama's got 3 top 10 finishes, but they are all with me. They are all this season. And those are the points. Hence, career points 10. Artie von Heim has started 23 races, has got 1 top 10 finish, and that again is with me. So the car is not the problem so much. I think the driver is the problem. Okay, it doesn't look like I can even replace him, but that's... I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't look like you can kind of willingly bin off a driver halfway through the season. Which is, you know, well, it's not how it works in real life, I'll tell you that. Drivers drop and change all over the place. Nonetheless, that is going to be it for me today, guys. I do hope you've enjoyed today's race. It was a rainy one, it was a wet one. But we came away with, again, Pratama scoring some points. Very good for us. Getting an 8th place finish again, which is good for Pratama. He seems to be able to get points on the regular every race so far, which is a-okay from me. Artie von Heim struggling a little bit more, hence why I've given him the faster car going into the German race. We shall see what happens. Thank you for watching. I shall catch you next time.